Hello, everybody, and welcome to Couch Potato Queens live after eviction night on a Sunday.
On Sunday, eviction fun day.
Come on, Sunday eviction that we knew what happened 3 days ago. You better work, diva. I'm your host, Alex, and I'm joined by my wonderful co-hosts and friends, Josh and Steven. Josh, how are you feeling right now?
Girl, I had a lot of food, but I still had leftovers. Oh,
Jelly Donuts, I didn't know you followed me on Instagram. That's awesome. Hello. I'm glad you're putting in the vote. Hello, everybody. Hi, Krispy Kreme. Hello, Caitlin, Alexandra. Steven, how are you feeling tonight?
I'm feeling like Pooch was in the house 84 years ago.
Exactly. Hello, Julia. Make sure that y'all like this video too. That really helps us out, okay? And if you are just joining us and you are not subscribed to the channel, subscribe. We love it when we have new subscribers. Subscribe here on Couch Potato Queens on YouTube and also on Couch Potato Queens on Instagram and Couch Potato Queens spelled QWNZ on Twitter. Anyway, y'all, Pooch left. But that felt like a lifetime ago. You said it correctly, Steven.
It's been 84 years.
It's been 84 years since Pooch left this house.
He was Instagramming with his friends tonight. Okay, like this is a mess. This eviction should have happened like 4 days ago. This is an absolute disaster. Yes, I get it. There's this whole trial going on. It's a big deal. But like, where was our eviction?
Where the true crime? We are kidding. We are 100% kidding. No spoilers, but are we rooting for a bro alliance this year? So Eddie, I'm sorry to say this is a little bit of a spoiler podcast. We will be talking about what's happened on the live feeds. So just strap in for that. No spoilers of like the fake spoiler accounts, but just talking about what has happened on the feed since the episode.
It's hella juicy.
It's hella juicy, friends.
Oh, honey, it is past juicy. The juice is already out. Okay.
Sound off in the comments, y'all. Just give us like a general vibe. How many of you are aware of what's going on in the house right now? Because it's a lot. Okay, what we just saw on this TV is about like an eighth of the story of what really is going on right now.
Honey, so much has happened in that house since this episode aired. It's a completely different game than what we are seeing on our televisions tonight. Completely different game. This is the point where it's like one of the worst seasons all time. And after events of the last 24 to 48 hours, this may end up one of the best seasons of all time. So we're going to have to see. I don't know.
We heard about a possible major flip.
Major.
So let's get into it. Let's get into it. Someone did mention the name of the new alliance. Because you know what, this episode kind of boring. We're not gonna go too deep into this episode right now because really the feeds are where it's at. Hello, Nanya.
Yeah, it is all about. By the way, if you see one from Alyssa is one of my friends from high school that I have known for 20 years. So definitely. Hi, Alyssa. I'm happy that you're watching.
Hi, Alyssa.
Hi, Alyssa. All right. Let's talk about the leftovers, honey. Let's do it. I'm saying it. Let's do it. What we saw tonight was a lot of still like the pose pack going strong, this men's alliance. The post pack seems to be kind of fucked.
Screw the pose pack, okay? Pose pack should have died when Poe left the house because she was. What is the politically correct term to say? We don't like to say the C word. We don't like to say that. So what's like the politically correct term?
I mean, she was a meanie. Like all of her mental health aside, like I respect her mental health and everything, but for me being a mentally ill person as well, I still try to conduct myself in a nice way.
She was a mean girl. And do you know that she did an interview recently where she is doubling down and saying that editing is to blame? Editing. Y'all, live feeds, not edited. We are watching you 24 hours a day, girl, so try again. Bully. That's the correct term for Paloma.
So let's talk about this comment from Queen Alaska. We might be getting a BB6 repeat. Let's talk about the new alliance in the house.
All right, let's do it. So, Steven, you want to start with us?
It is so juicy. Like yesterday I don't know what it is with birthdays in the house and just being iconic. We had Keisha's birthday, Rockstar's daughter's birthday, and now Joseph is now a fully evolved man at 25 and did the damn work.
Y'all, Joseph evolved from a Joseph 24 to a Joseph 25. There is a tweet out there where Joseph is evolving into a mega Joseph, okay? And we are all here for Joseph at 25 because Joseph put the plans together. So basically, long story short of how this alliance was formed, it is called The Leftovers. What happened is 2 nights ago, Friday night, the 4 boys got together of Monty, Turner, Kyle, and Joseph. And they kind of put together a breakdown of what's actually going on in the house. They realize Michael, Brittany, Taylor on the outs. They realize Amira with the Mean Girls and Jasmine and Alyssa and Indy and Daniel and Nicole and Terrence are kind of leading the pack right now. We have the Mean Girls plus the older people of the house who are like my age. But there we go. But like right now, they kind of put the pieces in line of who's kind of leading the house right now. And they realize we got to pull in Michael, Brittany, and Taylor, or we are done in this house. So last night, they put the pieces together. They brought in Michael, they brought in Brittany, they brought in Taylor, and Taylor was, for the first time this game, treated like a human being. And we can go into that because I was close to tears in that end, really close to tears. I don't know if anyone else was, but it was emotional for that. And boom, there we go. We have the Leftovers at the end of the day. And it is an alliance that I am so excited about. I have not been this excited about an alliance in years. Steven, what are your thoughts?
Well, like yesterday, just like prior to the veto even like being played, I was glued to the feeds. Like I haven't felt like I was like actually like really watching. Like it was amazing to see. I mean, everyone all of a sudden had a little bit of like panic. Like, I mean, you could smell like there was something cooking in the air. And I mean, do we even want to get into Nicole and that whole bull?
We just wanted to jump into the alliance. Do we want to talk about Nicole and what's going on?
Yes, that was ridiculous.
Let's talk about Nicole.
She comes out of the diary room crying her eyes out. And she's just crying for like, it's 30 minutes and the whole house is thinking, oh, something happened to her mom. That's why. And just the juxtaposition of her and Daniel in the bedroom with her crying. Meanwhile, outside of the bedroom is the entire house like silent, like waiting to hear for 30 minutes. Meanwhile, Taylor literally asked Monty to say a prayer for Nicole and her mom. While that's happening in the other room, all it is Daniel and Nicole shit-talking Taylor, saying how terrible of a person Taylor is.
That's so fucked.
At the exact same time.
Those two you would think would be the most mature in the house. They're the oldest two in the house. Well, with Terrence too. They're the most immature two people in that house. They're obnoxious. Obnoxious.
It made me so sad to watch Nicole be like, I'm going to be Taylor's bestie. And then, I don't know, it just like really hurt my feelings to watch Taylor be so excited to be like, I want to work with this woman. Like, she seems like a strong woman in the game who I can relate to. I'm so excited. and then to just have her be doing this. It's like, it's gross to watch, and it like reminds me of being in high school and like watching people be bullied, and like it's nasty.
You think that Nicole of all people would probably be the one who would be sticking up for Taylor and not trying to throw her under the bus. So Nicole is the worst of them all. I'm sorry, she's evil. Like,
because her and Daniel have gotten together and they feed off of each other's negative spiral. They think that they're the cool girls in the room. You know, they have this final two that they've had from day one, and they think that they have the whole game figured out. And I feel like it's going to be a rude awakening. Like, the second that somebody catches wind of this, it's over for them.
Oh, for sure. And those two should be truly ashamed of themselves. I am going to be surprised if they have jobs leaving the show, especially Daniel. Especially.
The way Nicole is a vet from season 6.
Period.
Oh,
that's on period.
Point Blank and the period, y'all. Both of them are Yvette. I don't think. Well, honestly, I thought Daniel was, because he's just a little biatch. Honestly, Daniel is just horrible. He's horrible. I hate that man. I do not like him.
I fucking told you. I was like, people were like, oh no, like she might be okay. Like,
nope.
No, I'm like, no, she's a fucking cop. Like, someone commented earlier, once a cop, always a cop. I'm like, no, she's a cop. She's going to be gross. Like,
and once in Nicole, always in Nicole.
Once in Nicole, always in Nicole. I mean, say what you want about cops. People know I don't like cops on this podcast, but I'm like, I don't trust her immediately. Red flag. No.
This is not a cop scanning podcast.
This is not a podcast for cops.
Y'all.
Y'all, if you ever find me on Tinder, you ever find me on any of the apps, it literally is like, no cops. Like, the first thing, like a picture of me and my dog, and then no cops. Number one rule.
I am here for you, honey. You're amazing. But with that said, Daniel, hope he loses his job as Elvis. The only Elvis he'll be playing is at the retirement home in like Des Moines, Iowa or something.
No.
That's where he will be Elvis after this, because his career is probably over.
Oh no, it is big time over for him. The only people that I could see like staying on their side in the house is like Jasmine and like Turner, because he's like so like unaware of what's going on. I could see him getting like pulled over there, unfortunately.
He could by like Daniel.
You know what I mean? Like, I could see him being like, oh yeah, we're gonna do like a boys thing, and then Turner being like, yeah.
So I'm hearing Jasmine, should we go into the BB Besties twist?
Let's go into the BB Besties twist.
Let's go into it. So Jasmine, what are your thoughts on not being picked by anyone for the BB Besties twist?
I asked every single person if they wanted to be my bestie, and they all said, you know what? I'm happier than a fly in a bear bowl to not be your bestie. You got played by a queen, and this queen is sitting alone at her table the whole time.
The moment that I saw that that's how they were choosing, like you had to choose whether you wanted to sit by to join or not. I'm like, I was like, so Turner is her bestie, so she's not getting picked by not one person.
Not a single person. The fact that she had to verbally ask every single person to sit down next to her, and they were all like, no, I'm gonna sit at an empty table instead. No.
Iconic.
Ah!
Oh my gosh. Yeah, this twist is garbage. I mean, let's be real. I mean, this whole leftovers, it didn't happen because of the twist. It happened like in spite of the twist. Like it was not like it was not that did not.
This house is fighting so hard against this twist. This house is like, we will not be affected by this.
I think they're gonna end the twist earlier than they thought they would.
Oh yeah, they're like, you're gonna be playing the whole game with your bestie. I'm like, there's no way they're keeping this twist more than like 2 or 3 episodes.
2-3 weeks. Yeah, I think it's gonna go.
Which that's a long time at that. I mean,
like it's a repeat of BB 13, Rachel Riley's winning season. It's the same thing as
it's worse because they have to play the veto as a pair. Like there's
I hate that. I hate
like
that.
Did they have to win 13 though?
No, they played it alone.
And because look, like that night, and they weren't like nominated on the block together because remember the night that Lawan went home? He wasn't sitting up next to Kalia.
Yeah.
He was next to Rachel. So like it's way worse.
Yeah.
Like they have cut out so many possible combinations of like nominees, like renoms. Like it's so limiting.
This is a good question, Jelly Donuts. One question: was this twist a backup due to the backstage twist being canceled?
I believe it was.
Yes.
Because nothing ever came from that. They had T-shirts and everything, honey.
Yeah, they had T-shirts, and they don't even talk about it. They don't even bring it up anymore. It's just
they're
like
like, oh, who?
It won't even make an appearance.
The backstage boss? We don't know her.
Yeah, that twist, the backstage, that was way too intricate to just be 1 week. Like they're and like Julie was like, normally we announce our big twist for the season in the beginning of the season, but
like, girl, you did. Girl, you literally did.
You did.
You know what, girl? I will say I think the right two first people to leave are the right two people to leave. I think Sam Pooch need to leave the game for it to get more interesting. With that said, I am so excited to see what happens. And yes, the BB Bestie twist is a failed twist. It's not something the fans like. The fans hate it. But with everything that's like transpired in the house with the Leftovers Alliance, it's okay. It fits because the people that we're now rooting for, because obviously everyone's rooting for the Leftovers. Like, come on. Like, everyone's here for the male alliance, everybody. And we actually are. Let's go. But
at least this alliance is not all male.
Right.
But it is the pound, but still, I think that could change. I could see potential showmances coming out of that alliance. I can tell you right now, I'm seeing Joseph and Taylor potentially having a showmance.
I would love that.
I would love it.
I see it. I see it. The writing is on the wall. Is anyone else and that is watching agrees that's cool too? But I could totally see it. But
so
y'all,
speaking of showmances, let us know in the comments. Are y'all stands for this possible showmance of Taylor and Joseph? Would you be about it? Let us know. But how do we feel about the Alyssa and Kyle of it all?
He is playing her so hard. This is Mike, Boogie, and Erica like all over again.
Okay. Wait. Really quick, I just want to put it out there. Mike Boogie is my least favorite person of all time on the face of the planet. Okay, I have some pretty evil ex-boyfriends. All right, and Mike Boogie fucking tops all of them. I'm like, this man, horrible.
awful. He's vile.
And the fact that like Kyle, who seems like a decent human being, is even kind of resembling Mike Boogie, I'm immediately like, fuck this guy. He's done. He's awful. He's trash.
I love him. I love Kyle.
I love him.
I cannot believe I made a tweet about this. Like, I never stand for the cisgendered white straight guy. Never. I am standing for the cisgendered white straight guy. He's my.
Not this comment. Oh my God, Alex and Mike Boogie dated.
No, but like, that's not true. But like.
No.
I am here for Kyle. I'm here for him. We had really bad vibes on him. Isn't he my pick too, Steven? Wasn't he my pick?
Maybe he was your last pick.
He was my last pick. I'm happy about it because I think Kyle is potential winner of this game. And he's
jumped up so far in the rankings. He was like second to last next to Turner in the beginning of like the very beginning of the season.
Do you think Kyle could win the game?
Absolutely.
I mean, he's the archetype to win.
Absolutely.
Like modern Big Brother, I feel like. Like that's what they.
I will be so fucking mad if Kyle wins this game.
I won't. I'm okay with it.
He's being like a nasty like.
Well, I don't know. I think the way that he's going about it isn't quite like Mike, Boogie, Erica, but
no, and he's not being like disgusting in the DR. Like,
and he's not actually like he might be leading her on, but he's not having a show like a fake showmance just for the game. Like he's like he hasn't kissed her. Like he hasn't actually like done anything with it yet.
Yeah. I will say though, I do love Kyle, but I love Joseph so much more. Joseph is just the nicest man.
Joseph 25.
And Joseph 25, but like he's a good guy. You can just tell he's a good guy and he cares. He cares about Taylor. He does. I think he has a little crush on her. I'm telling you, I am not the only one thinking that. There has to be other people thinking that. Like, I see a chemistry between the two of them, and I think that over time could become something, and I would totally be here for it. I think the longer the two of them stay in the house together, I think that could blossom between the two of them. So that's definitely one to look out for.
Joseph does seem like he would be like in a very attentive boyfriend. Like, absolutely.
I love him.
So while we're kind of like, we kind of talked about like possible winners, something I like to always ask, and we're kind of still new in the season, but now we're really starting to see like where the cards are falling. And let me know in the comments, y'all. I'm asking the comments directly. I am talking to you, friends. Who is winning this season? If you had to be like, I am betting my life savings, I'm betting my house, my car, my cell phone, whatever. You got to bet everything there is on the line. Who's winning this season? Not who do you want? Not who do you want? You're like, who's winning the season right now?
Who do you bet all your butter beans on?
You got to bet all your butter beans right on who's going to be sitting on those final two seats and winning all that money at the end of the competition. And I'm hoping that I get a win.
I think I would love it to be Joseph. I would love it to be Joseph. I would love it to be him.
Wow, we're seeing a lot of Michael.
But yeah, I don't think Michael is. I think Michael's gonna get taken out at like.
I think Michael's gonna be an early boot, unfortunately.
No, I say early mid jury. I'd say like 8th, 7th, something like that. I think Michael has fun.
Turner may win.
No, I think Kyle or Joseph will win the game.
Yeah, we are absolutely getting a male winner this season.
Yeah. And I'm here for it.
It was looking good for the females, but I don't know.
It's so awful.
I was thinking it was
Joseph's in here.
I thought it was for a while. It was looking like Amoeba was going to win her way up to the top.
Amoeba,
but which, by the way, spoiler alert for the veto. Since we are kind of talking post that, there was one chip drawn that was a duo, and which again the combinations one chip, and it was Jasmine and Nicole, and I had people shaking in their boots.
Taylor and Nicole. But how rigged was that by production, y'all? You know, production put like 40 Nicole and Taylor chips in that bed.
Go ahead.
Do it.
Let them do it.
Do it. See if I care.
But it was so crazy to hear that there was only so that means going into the competition they're playing as a pair. That's basically 3 people, like 3 players, because they're as a duo. But I guess my manifestation came through. I put a tweet out. I was like, manifesting Jasmine gets another injury in this competition.
Shut up.
What's this injury?
She passed out.
She passed out.
She said so. As I'm not lying. She said she couldn't even compete. Apparently, I guess they stepped outside, and apparently she said she saw white. She passed out, as she says.
I walked outside to do that veto competition, and I saw the bright white light from the Lord, and I said, there is no way I'm walking out onto this backyard to do that. The Lord came down, and he told me in his bright white light, and I said, absolutely not, and I fell out in Jesus' name.
Amen.
Amen.
So apparently it was Michael and Brittany versus Taylor and Nicole.
Oh my fucking God. Turner was probably sitting there like, are you fucking kidding me?
No, Turner doesn't know what game he's playing still, though. Turner
has no idea.
He's getting joints and weeds and edibles snuck in from the diary room. Come on. He looks like he's like 24 hours
high as fuck in that house.
Imagine how big you walk into his house and it just probably reeks of pot. Like reeks.
But they did that little at the beginning, like the first 30 minutes of the episode, where they were giving Turner his little clip package because they knew they were gonna have to make us care about Turner. I'm like, oh my God, this is so fucking boring. He's like, yeah, so I make a lot of rugs, and I can name all these states, and I can lick my elbow. I'm like, who the fuck is this guy?
A man of many talents.
But then I was kind of like, and all anything about Turner aside, I was like, but why is this low key hot to me?
Okay,
Like,
this guy though, this Turner, who we didn't even know was playing the game until a couple days ago,
2 seconds ago,
is saving the game tomorrow.
I know.
He's saving the game. He is turning the game upside down on its head tomorrow with a
Turn
backdoor.
the game, Turner, turn it around.
Turn it up.
Turn that game, Turner, turn it around.
Wait, is anyone like turn it up?
We're gonna celebrate. So turn it up.
You know what? BB23 predicted Turner because Turner's gonna turn it up
Turn it
tomorrow.
up. Turn it
Oh
up,
my
turns.
You know, okay, can I just talk about just a live feeds moment yesterday was before this whole creation of the leftovers, the boys were like trying to get Taylor to go upstairs. And at first they were like, yeah, let's go. Let's wait for her. We got to bring her upstairs, bring her in on this alliance. She was like the last piece to the puzzle. She was in the diary room. And then she gets out of the diary room and goes and sits with Jasmine and Jasmine starts yapping her ass off with Taylor for like 4 hours. And like, they're like, when is this girl going to come upstairs? She needs to come upstairs. Like Joseph gets over there. He's like trying to be like, Taylor, go upstairs. And she's just not understanding it. I was sitting on these feeds waiting. If anyone else had that struggle yesterday, like I was like waiting, like, girl, go upstairs.
Taylor, go.
Go upstairs, Taylor.
Taylor was not used to people playing the game with her, so she was like, yeah, okay, fine. What?
But like eventually
I'm talking to someone.
Like literally I think Joseph had to be like, I don't remember exactly what happened, but I think Joseph had to be like, girl, go upstairs. Or,
Girl,
like, Taylor,
go.
maybe go to the kitchen, have some fajitas. Like it was a mess. But eventually she came in there and they created this alliance, and I think it changed the game. It really did. And we were going to talk about how it's like BB6. So this Leftovers Alliance really is bringing together two sides. It's really splitting the house in two. And I don't think we've seen a full house split since the 6th season, which is Janelle's first season for those of you who haven't watched that long, which I'm sure everyone who's a Big Brother fan knows season 6. But in that season, there was an alliance. Basically, it happened an alliance that was mainly female. There were a couple males. One of them was this older guy, Cappy, who kind of controlled.
Not Josh out here saying females.
There was a lot of girls in it. It was a mainly
No,
girls.
but you do the thing that Monty does, where he's like, "Yeah, all the females in the house."
It was a mainly girl alliance that was like Crappy. His name was Michael Cappy, and we called him Crappy.
Cappy.
And Cappy got and then
Cappy.
Kaser wins HOH and brings together the Sovereign Alliance of Kaser and Janelle and Howie and James and
My favorite alliance of all time.
James's girlfriend who is irrelevant, like a Terrence. But like, they bring this alliance together and make the Sovereign 6. It was the Sovereign 6 versus the Friendship. So once Cappy got evicted, it was like the Mean Girls and the Nerd Herd versus the Sovereigns. And the Nerd Herd ended up killing out the Sovereigns, but we were so rooting for the Sovereigns. And like, this kind of reminds me
the similarities.
The Sovereigns, although they did not win, they won.
They
won the long
They're
game,
legends.
brother.
They're legends. Like
They're legends, they're icons.
Howie, James, Kaser, and Janelle are legends.
Like those are the 4 most iconic players
ever.
Period.
The similarities are so they are so similar. I mean, I think of like Paloma and Cappy. They're the same. Like they
Paloma
get
is
their
Cappy.
Once post pack happened, I was like, this is exactly what this is. Like they just like dedicate their lives to Paloma. Like,
so this might be like that different timeline if Maggie got evicted early too, because Amira is kind of like a Maggie, but like they're taking the Maggie out right away. They're taking out the right person. Boom. This is if Maggie got taken out. So that whole alliance, like, okay, so the plan this week, spoiler alert, okay, everyone in the house, like as in like the girls alliance, the new Nerd Herd, they think that Turner's going to be putting up Nicole and Taylor, and they're going to be backdooring Taylor. But after this alliance was created, what's actually going to happen is they're going to put up Amira and Terrence and backdoor Amira, who's like the leader of this alliance. She leads them. She holds them together. So it's going to be an interesting dynamic once Amira's out of the game, how that alliance goes, because I think they're going to crumble.
Yeah. I think that Jasmine's going to try and take over like the leadership role, but Jasmine doesn't have like
a leg to stand on.
No, I'll tell you what's going to happen. Daniel and Nicole are going to try and take control, but it's not going to happen because they want Daniel and Nicole out of there.
Yeah.
And I think all of us do too, because they're just awful people and deserve to go home pre-jury and see all the things that they did and how evil that they are.
Yeah.
Apparently post veto, like right after the veto happened, when the feeds were still down, like Daniel and Nicole had some fight with Taylor where Daniel basically like said to Taylor, "You're the reason Paloma had to leave." Like straight up blamed her. And
okay. God.
Like, come on.
That's so annoying.
Seriously though.
Who won the veto? Do we know?
Brittany and Michael.
Brittany Michael.
Brittany Michael.
Yeah,
Brittany
so
Michael.
It's they made this alliance after they had won the veto. But now that they won the veto, like Amira, Indy, Alyssa, who else is in this alliance? Jasmine, Nicole, Daniel, Terrence. That's 7. Yeah. So those 7 think that they're in control right now because they have like the old people's alliance or whatever that is. But little do they know they're about to be in the minority really bad.
Is there a possibility that Terrence will be the one going home?
I could see that.
Don't think so based on where the votes, because that's taking away 2 of their numbers. So then that ends up being 5 and 5, with Turner being the deciding. Yeah.
Work. Okay.
I could see.
And would he still be the decider, or would it be like some bullshit where Jasmine's the decider?
No, because she's just safe. Like HOH is I don't think they would. Jasmine is not deciding.
I mean, she decided who the have-nots were, and Indy was real upset about it.
Well, I'm going to give you all timelines of what I think could happen. I do see a timeline where like Brittany and Taylor get together and save Amira. I do see it. I could see it. I don't want to see it. I think the chances of that are rare. That's like the odd chance of something happening. But I think there is a small chance that could happen and save Amira.
Not after that last night's combo, like with Brittany straight up saying to Taylor when they were all in the HOH room, she's like, "I think you and I are similar because we try to have these conversations with the other women and they just don't really allow for us to. They're not.
I would love them to stay loyal and take on Amira. I think taking on Amira is the best move for all of their.
And she would be floored.
I'm here for it. I think Amira's evil too. I think Amira has been such a bully.
I'm literally going to have my popcorn ready for the moment feeds come back from that veto ceremony tomorrow, because they really don't have a clue. Like this is going to be like the biggest like blind side. Like this
are gonna be scrambling.
Oh, they're going to be trying to throw Terrence under that bus.
I'm kind of scared for Taylor.
Under his bus.
Under his own bus.
I kind of think Daniel and Nicole are gonna blame it on Taylor and go for her again.
The moment that's decided, Taylor, what did you do?
And
like they're putting all of that on Taylor.
I really hope that her alliance starts having her back though against them. I hope someone puts them in their place. I think it's going to happen.
This will make them realize, oh, we can't just keep putting the same people on the block and thinking that we're going to sit here and have everything be fine.
Yeah.
Like no, y'all are playing the same game. Y'all are also in turmoil.
And it was like when they were in that HOH room, it was like publicly announced within the leftovers, like from like, because Joseph wasn't in the room because I guess he was trying to make sure people weren't coming up, but Kyle, he said, Taylor has been mistreated like by the others in the house. Like that is like, it's now like, okay, this is known amongst them at least. Like it's clear. Like it's not just like something that's still happening and we're just not like acknowledging. So trying to put the blame on Taylor, I think no, she knows people have her back now. And it's not just like, this was some alliance that they needed Taylor as their last number. Like they brought her in, along with Brittany and Michael. Like this was not just like you're the last of the 6.
I hope and Regal Harmon is saying this. Alex, what Regal said. I hope that Taylor does fight back this time and puts them right in their place and demands an apology from them because they owe her an apology.
The way that they have acted to her is so inappropriate and unacceptable that if they try to comfort her again and now her knowing that she's in a better place socially in the game, girl, stand the fuck up for yourself. Like, don't let these people walk all over you.
Yeah.
Well, today, like Taylor and Nicole like had their first conversation since yesterday, and Taylor was just basically like apologizing. But I also think she can't give off any kind of vibe.
She's playing it up. They told her last night to play it up today, like she knows she's leaving. They said, "Sit by yourself, be miserable today," and then we blindside.
She stayed in the bed till 4 p.m.
Yeah,
she was
Good
like,
for her.
and we blindside the shit out of them, and that's what she's been doing. Like, I don't know. I think Taylor's a really good girl. I do think Taylor's misunderstood. I definitely think there's things Taylor has said that majority of people would find funny, but she's quirky because I only child syndrome, like me and Alex, only children here. But like there's things she says that could be taken wrong, but I feel like there's things that she says that were taken and twisted and made to be 10 times worse than they actually were. And it's bullying. And
Nicole just told Taylor on the feeds for her to get ready to be put up tomorrow because it's going to be business between both of them.
We'll see about that, Nicole.
See about that.
Okay, girly. Sounds good.
It's going to be so, like, watch Nicole be so pissed that she's not on the block. Like, why are you pissed? Why are you pissed?
Nicole's going to be fucking mad that she's not on the block, and that's going to look real suspicious.
Yeah. Yep. I don't know. I didn't think we would get this from her. I'm going to be honest. I know you don't like cops, Alex, but I did see a maybe potential with her at the beginning of this. But like the person that she's showing is just this really miserable, mean person. And
you know what that sounds like? A cop.
Yeah.
That's what.
Yeah.
So when we were choosing our draft, I was the last. I had the very last pick. It came down to 2 people. Pooch or Nicole, and I said, "I'm not taking the cop. Give me Pooch."
Period.
The only one not chosen.
The only one not chosen. Who did? I think mine was. I got Taylor. I got Kyle. I got Daniel. Blech, wish I could trade him off my team. I got Alyssa.
I had Indy, Pooch, Turner, and somebody else.
There's one more. Yeah, I forgot who.
We'll have to check for next episode.
Yeah.
So how do you think the leftover alliance will split when the time comes? I think that the men are going to turn on the women.
I could see Brittany, Taylor, Michael versus the other 3.
Period. Yeah, you're right.
Well,
you're right.
Brittany, Michael, and Taylor are going to win the comps, I feel like, because Michael and Taylor are compies. So I definitely think I think a move will be made before. I don't think
Taylor has not won anything.
Taylor's not a comp beast yet.
No, but like I feel like the 7 of them aren't going to get to the final 7. I don't think that's going to happen. Maybe like 5 of them will get far, but I think the boys could be broken up next week. I think we could be there is a potential for us to lose Monty or Joseph next week. I think.
Nicole wants the advantage that Julie was talking about. What do we think this advantage is? Josh, you're pretty good at calling the twists.
You know what? The only advantage that Nicole's going to get is a pair of Depends diapers because she's going to be shitting her pants for the next 3 days.
Okay, but Josh, make a prediction for what we think the twist is for the person who gets left.
A box full of Depends for Nicole, honey. That's what she's getting.
I mean, it's got to be safety.
Josh has no guess. No guess.
No, okay. Actually, what the twist is going to be is they're going to get a free pass to jury. It's going to be like a golden ticket. They can or golden key. It's going to be like Big Brother 13. They're going to get a golden key or something like that, free pass to jury, and they can vote in the eviction, but that's it.
You couldn't vote in the eviction when you had the golden ticket.
Yeah, you could vote. They still voted.
I don't think.
No, they didn't. Because Danielle, no, they did not vote because Danielle had that golden ticket and she was like useless the whole time. She could not vote.
Then it's whatever the golden key rules are. That's what it is.
Because that would if that's the case,
So what happens though for the next pair where there's one person left over?
Ooh, they could get paired with the next pair. Ooh.
I think that you get safety for the next week, but you can't compete for the HOH.
You can't. Oh, that could be it. For a
and then you're gonna get paired with the person from the next week.
I would love it.
And then the twist will be done after one cycle of that.
No, it would be 4 then.
Oh yeah, like they'll do that twice.
Oh, I don't like it.
But if they do take their vote away, that would be perfect because then Terrence is still in the house but can't vote, so that's another number down for them. That's basically like the other side lost 2 people.
Regal thinks that it's a temporary golden key, but they'll partner up with the next person saved from the eviction. Yeah. That's the vibe. Temporary golden key is a good way to phrase that.
So not like a free ride to jury, but just like a free week.
A free week. And then you get your next bestie.
It would be great to get that on the 4th week then, because then you basically guarantee yourself jury.
Yeah.
Truthfully.
Apparently you could vote with the golden key.
Yeah, I said that. Yeah, they could vote with the golden key. I knew that.
Yeah, that seems
I remember Danielle
just have someone like bumming around in the house.
Yeah, I mean, they did that with the backstagers.
Yeah, period. That's true.
That's it. So like that's the deal. I mean, for right now, like that Leftovers Alliance is going to have the power, but it always depends who has HOH. And we want it to switch back and forth. But my hope is it's not someone that wins that just targets freaking Taylor. But then Nicole goes home. If they target Taylor, Nicole's going home in a blindside.
Yeah.
Easily. Like,
do we have any good tweets right now?
OM freaking G. What happens if Daniel wins HOH next week and ends up backdooring his best friend? Could you imagine?
That would be
iconic.
Fierce.
That would be the opposite of homophobic.
Now that would be so funny because he would have to put. Wow.
Could you imagine? Or like opposite, like because they're gonna be like, it's Taylor's fault. The house needs to vote her out. I'm doing it for once.
And then everyone was like, "Yeah, we're voting for Taylor." And
then freaking Nicole gets evicted.
That'd be funny. We cannot manifest that though, because with our fucking luck, with the way Big Brother goes, Taylor would go home.
No.
That's hilarious. Let's look at these tweets.
Okay,
let's check some tweets out.
Let's get Twitter. Oh, I just love that it's like a shrine.
Here is our Leftovers with Janelle herself in the middle, aka Taylor.
Love that.
See, look at that
Showmances
chemistry right there.
Look at our showmance.
Really
I have some really funny reads that I retweeted tonight on Jasmine. Where's the elevated forehead? Because that was.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, pull that up. I don't.
You sent it to me in a messenger. You're the one.
I have. That's just one of my reaction pics that I have. Too. Well,
here we go.
Here's I love this one.
So if you pull that up, click on the image so it kind of opens it up. Perfect. Okay, y'all. So BB6, this is what they're saying, is that Kyle's kind of like the Howie. I'd kind of put like Kyle and Monty as the Howie. I think they're both kind of.
Monty has Howie potential.
Yeah, he does.
He's no Jedi, though.
No, he's no Jedi. Then we have Kaser and Joseph. Duh.
Yeah.
Same person. Joseph is the one that like made this plan like a Kaser. He also isn't the smartest. Like he isn't like Kaser wasn't like the smartest strategist. He wasn't.
No. But he did make a lot of big moves.
Yes, and Joseph
when the time was right.
He did, and we love Joseph just like we liked Kaser. Taylor, Janelle, enough said, but she hasn't been winning comps yet. So like, where's the comp queen, Taylor? Come on, girl. Where's the comp queen? I mean, we did see her almost won that HOH though, so that
she's got to bust that out. She's got to bust it out.
Okay, so Brittany is like Rachel, but not like Rachel. Rachel wasn't like the nerdy girl. Like Rachel was just like the offbeat girl. So Brittany's kind of like the offbeat girl, in my opinion. Do you guys agree on that?
Yeah.
Rachel wasn't the nerdy girl. She was kind of like offbeat. She was like old. She was the oldest one in the house that season, apart from Kathy.
That's wild.
Rachel was like my age, 34. I'd be the old dad in the house if I wouldn't. Oh my God, I cannot. Okay. James and Michael, self-explanatory.
Period.
At first, I didn't agree with the first two on the friendship side, but I get it now. I definitely think Amira is a Maggie. Paloma is more of a Crappy, but they're getting rid of the Maggie. And this is what would have happened if the Sovereigns won the next HOH and took out Maggie after Eric. So, like, this is a great thing. I disagree with Daniel as Bo. I think Daniel's way more of a bitch than Bo was. Daniel
That's like mean to Bo.
Yeah, I love Bo. I think Bo was just there and was just getting drunk all the time.
Wrong place, wrong time.
He was besties with Janelle, even though he wasn't. Like, Bo and Janelle were like best friends, but on F's and M's, which is cute for me. So no, Daniel is not Bo. I think Daniel and Nicole are both Yvette.
Yeah,
that's exactly what I think.
Their powers combined, they are Yvette.
Yeah. Worst, like they're like an elevated like Yvette.
Yeah.
Alyssa, Jennifer, I think
not Jasmine being Busto.
I think Jasmine is more of a Jennifer, and I think Indy is more of a Busto because Indy's like.
Indy is not Busto.
Yes, she is, because Busto is the lesser of the evils. Busto was the like one that she was evil at times, but towards the end I was like, okay, I'm here for April. Of all of these people, I guess I'll root for April. Yeah. Because that's all we have left. So I think Indy of all those girls is the one that I'm like, okay, she's not as bad as the other girls. I'll put Indy in that spot.
Yeah, that's fine. Is Indy not even on this list?
Yeah, she's not. They forgot.
What a read.
Indy's on BB Brazil, y'all.
Indy is not even playing this game.
Indy's not even there. Watch her win HOH next week. That will be fun.
Oh my God.
I feel like Indy HOH.
I would live.
I would live for an Indy HOH because I think Indy could get manipulated by the boys and this new alliance. I feel like Indy could join this alliance as just an like Indy and Alyssa. I don't think they're ever going to split up because I think Indy would work with the boys just as Alyssa they want to keep as well. So it's my thought. There it is. There is the cone head.
Busto.
That's Busto.
Okay, Jasmine, tell us about your haircut over here. What is going on?
I prayed to the Lord and I said, Lord, my hairline needs to be as high up as to the heavens as possible so I can be praying to get a win, okay? I'm as happy as a fruit fly at a berry ball, and I'm going to be eating my butter beans while I'm getting my new haircut. And you were the pawn, but you got played by a queen. Put a crown on this head. I gotta take it off the screen. I can't keep looking at it.
Okay, sorry. Okay. Oh, the Lord. Okay.
Oh man, I can't wait to hear her country diary room sessions when she's pissed that her final two, Amoeba, is heading out the door. That's gonna. Oh man, I want to hear mad country Jasmine.
Oh,
watch her just drop like the country twang entirely.
That's what I'm thinking.
Like,
but you know the producers in the diary room, they're like just egging it on. They're like, come on, just ham up that accent.
So fun, and we love interviewing you the most because you're so fun and you just have so much energy, and the viewers are gonna love your energy.
She's in for a rude awakening when she gets
out. God, I don't like to make fun of how people look. I don't like to make fun of people's like how they talk or anything, but like the fact that like it's so much more intense in the diary room, Like, man, come on.
Here's my thing. As a plus size man, we are here for the fats, because I myself am a fat. Okay. Love it. I'm here for plus size people. There's nothing, I'm not ever going to read someone for being plus size, because I myself am plus size. But this girl as a person is a nasty, nasty, nasty person. She's just so full of jealousy, and it just makes her soul just.
And she's a bully. She's actively mean. Like, it's hard to watch.
Oh, it's awful.
You know what? If only she wasn't HOH this week, I would have this past week, I would have loved to see her have to scoot into the diary room to cast her vote to evict. That would hold up the live show for so long.
Can you imagine? What they'd probably do, though, is they'd probably during the commercial break put her in.
Oh, yeah. But then she'd have to scoot
do
out.
She would have to scoot.
She'd have to scoot out.
But apparently, at some point, maybe this week, if her foot's feeling better, Big Brother is replacing her scooter with a cane.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Big Brother.
Thank you, Big Brother. Thank you, Big Brother, for giving Jasmine a weapon.
I could like mentally prepare for all of the memes of like Jasmine hobbling around on a cane.
I can't wait.
The fact that they put that like wheel squeaking over any time she moves
as loud as possible. They cranked that sound effect up.
You know that scooter is making no actual sounds, and they are just dubbing this squeak over. And I'm like, y'all are shady boots. Yep. Y'all did not like. I do not like this girl. You did not have to do her so dirty like that. You're doing her real dirty with that wheel squeak, okay?
I don't know. I think you can actually hear it a little bit, because they're like, I watch the feeds and they're like, is that Jasmine coming? Oh, we heard you wheeling on in.
Well,
she must just be that loud.
She was already given a cane and can't use it. Being fake to Taylor. Shocker. She's gonna be. I was like, Taylor was eating some grapes, and I made a tweet like, Jasmine and Amira are going to be feeding Taylor grapes tomorrow when they find out that her ass isn't going on the block and Amira's ass is. Are you guys so excited for that?
I'll literally have the "we'll be right back" on my screen the entire time, waiting for the second that the feeds come back.
I can't wait. Y'all have to like, Josh, I need you to call me when this happens. Okay.
When the feeds come back on tomorrow?
Yeah. Like, because sorry, everybody. I don't always watch the feeds. I'm not the best with the feeds. The group chat keeps me up to date with everything. So I want to watch the feeds. Okay.
So I'm not going to say, Jelly Donuts, that you asked if we're going live tomorrow. I'm not going to say yes, but I'm not going to say no either.
So we are going live with Bachelorette tomorrow.
We're going live for Big Brother. It is Bachelor. Y'all, if you watch The Bachelor, okay, if anyone here watches The Bachelor, The Bachelorette, whenever it's on, Alex does a Bachelor show with Ken every Monday. Okay.
Every Monday, right after the episode, we talk about The Bachelorette. So come talk to me tomorrow about The Bachelorette. And maybe I'll talk a little bit about Big Brother. Maybe, just a little bit.
So come watch us. Definitely, if you haven't already, hit the bell. Okay. So then you'll be notified anytime that we go live. So tomorrow night, everyone should be watching Alex and Ken. If you're not, I'm going to have a problem with that.
Yeah. Deal, Jelly. I will be waiting for you to talk to me about Big Brother tomorrow.
Like, they're actually going to talk Bachelor, y'all. So watch The Bachelor so you can chat along about the
Bachelorette. The double Bachelorette. Bachelorette.
Watch The Bachelor.
Apparently, production is going to bring an extra therapist tomorrow. Like a physical therapist or like a mental therapist. Either this season.
That's what Spoiler King said, and Spoiler King is the one that's not legit, right?
No, Spoiler King has now like gotten more followers than Spoiler Queen, and some of them have actually been a little bit accurate. So I'm almost wondering, like, Spoiler King is now the new like source.
Really? So Spoiler King is spoiling things about production, like Grodner.
But it's like some of the things that they say, it's like, well, we'll never be able to see if that actually is true or not. It's like, oh, Grodner stormed into the stormed into the meeting room and said this and that. And I'm like, well,
Girl, you're not sitting in the meeting room.
well, apparently she's normally Zooming, but apparently after this BB bestie twist, she stormed on in.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, okay, sure.
I've heard that she loves Nicole. There was a rumor that she loves Nicole and Amira, was it or her favorites? She loves Nicole, but I don't think that's true. I don't think
That's
anyone loves
insane.
Nicole after her actions. Sorry. But yeah, Grodner loves Taylor and Kyle at work. My mom. Hope she loves Joseph.
Hi, welcome to the pod. Make sure you're
Hi,
subscribed.
What are you doing?
Nicole and Daniel think that they're going to hang out with Tiffany.
Yeah, but little do they know, Tiffany doesn't want to hang out with them. Tiffany's going to be having conversations with them, that's for sure.
I'm just like, in what universe does Daniel think that America is on his side?
I think Daniel's lost his mind in the house.
Like, what is in the water right now in the Big Brother house? Because these house guests are more delusional, mean, like, than anybody in the past few years. Like, it's rough in there for them.
Alex, should we address this 1K party? Because they're talking about it like every single pod. Are we going to have this?
Let them talk.
Yeah, let them
talk.
So it is going to happen, y'all. I will say one of our main podsters, Sam, was on a reality TV show, well, not a game show, okay, called Bullshit. So if you want to watch it on Netflix. Last episode.
You know what? Our 1K party was our interview with Sam. So there you go.
Sam and the people from that.
From
so it was a
Bullshit.
very special episode. So make sure to check it out. So he was on the show Bullshit and won $100,000. So
yeah.
We can always have a 2K party.
Oh,
hit that subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button.
Just saying.
Alex promises Sarah Beth rap.
I will never do a Sarah Beth rap because that voice is gone.
We're now a Jasmine rap. Do a Jasmine rap. How about that?
I don't know if I can do a Jasmine rap. Can we talk about Taylor having a false start in the HOH comp? It was so sketchy. Yeah, that did seem a little sketchy.
A little sketch.
Yeah, I mean, that HOH comp, I actually liked that HOH comp. I thought it was pretty fair for everybody. Yeah, big fingers crossed that Turner fucking follows through with this, y'all, okay?
I think
we had such little hope like week 1, you know?
Even less hope after like this week once the twist was unveiled. And then things just flipped right upside down. Everyone just needs to keep their mouth shut, keep playing it along.
The fact that we have Taylor in the house and things are going the way that it's going right now, I don't want to jinx it. I don't want to do anything, but I'm like, the season's not that bad. Like I'm having fun talking about the season. I'm having fun hating the people I hate and watching the people I like, make moves. Like so far, I'd say this season's like pretty fun. It's like not like enjoyable.
It was a really bad first 2 weeks, and I think it's taking a turn for a potentially really good season. And Big Brother 6 was like this too. The first couple weeks of Big Brother 6, people were outcasted. Like Janelle was outcasted, and like Janelle wasn't loved by her house in her first season. She got through by winning comps and being protected by her boys. That is how Janelle got through. She was the target every week. She was up on the block week 2. Her secret partner Ashlea was the first evicted house guest. Janelle was a target from early on. People don't remember. Janelle just didn't just get brought far. She won her way far into it. So the comparison to BB6 is real, which makes me feel optimistic about this season.
Exactly.
Right.
If it all goes to plan tomorrow, which I don't see it not, especially
because remember, BB6 is my favorite season.
BB10 too. Season 10.
Yeah. BB6 is my favorite season. But does the outcome that I want happen? No. But so
Maggie's a good
to have a good season of Big Brother, you don't have to always have your favorites be the winners, which sucks because we want our winner be our favorite. But
I will say though, I have respect. I give respect where respect is due, and I do think Maggie was a great winner. I do think Maggie played a great game. Was she likable? No, not at all. but she slayed that game. She was like a puppeteer with her alliance, and they did everything she wanted them to do. So
I'm sorry, I just blacked out.
So that's Josh's unpopular
It's the
opinion for
truth,
tonight.
though. It's the truth.
Josh's favorite winner of all time is Maggie.
No, it's
Good
not.
old Mags.
No,
Team
it's not.
Maggie.
No, my favorite winner of all time is June Song. Let's get real.
Period.
All hail June. Okay.
Anyway, y'all, it is about that time for me to go to sleep.
Oh, sleep.
Come on, bedtime. Let's get sleepy.
Oh.
If you are not subscribed to our podcast, make sure you give us a subscribe here at Couch Potato Queens on YouTube. Ring that little bell. Drop us a comment. Give us a like. We love to hear from you guys. Follow us on Instagram at Couch Potato Queens and on Twitter at Couch Potato Queens, spelled QWNZ. Josh is tweeting all the time about Big Brother. I tweet sometimes about The Bachelor. We got tons of stuff going on. So make sure you're following us on everything. If you would like to follow us individually, you can find me on Instagram at alexknowsitall.jpg and on Twitter at alexknowsitall_. Where are you? There you are.
You can find me on Instagram at Reginald George, or if you want to know what's really good, come to Twitter and find me at Was Really Good 1.
And lastly, but not leastly, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Mendels8.
Thank you so much for chatting with us tonight, everybody. We will see you tomorrow for Bachelorette right after the episode. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.